Hey guys, and welcome to another video. As always, me reviewing the Palace game against Derby on the Sunday in the FA Cup. A 1-0 defeat, so unfortunately going out of the FA Cup. A really poor performance from us, really. Even with our injury crisis and everything that's going on at the moment, looking at the Derby team, I thought we had enough, to get past them. But the performance was really lacklustre, jaded. It was just very poor. Just like the players went up for it. Did like Hodgson and prepared a team right for it. I know it was sort of fringe players, but you expect more considering we are an established Premier League side. Derby is struggling down near the bottom of the Championship. It was a game I thought we could win. I do. As much as Palace fans sort of mixed about FA Cup, I really think it's a good opportunity for sort of the fringe players. And, at the end of the day, with us being established now, we can maybe we should be looking to push more in cup competitions. Because at the end of the day, we're not expected to get into Europe, obviously not. But, I'd say we're not relegation candidates this season, I hope. So, we should go for it for the Cup. Unfortunately, it did come at a bad time for us with obviously all our injuries, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse because I thought the players were out there, were good enough to do the job. But ultimately, we lost 1-0. It has to be obviously an ex-player that scores against us, Chris Martin. But, credit to him, he didn't celebrate too much. It was sort of frustrating, we knew Wayne Rooney was going to be playing for them, whether he was sort of going to be impacting them from the touchline or whether he's going to be out there on the pitch. He was out there on the pitch, and he does look, he's still got it basically. He is class. He's a class player. Obviously he's lost, a bit of his pace and that, but he's still got his passing ability. His football brain, so to speak. You can see he's that level above, the Derby players that he's playing with and our whole team that were playing yesterday. But, it is frustrating to be out of the Cup, at the first stage for us. But at the end of the day, it can hopefully now focus on the league and hopefully get to, get our players back that are out. This is why it's sort of important, this January transfer window that we're now in. I feel that it's important to keep Zaha. Obviously, as soon as it opened, bang, there was rumours. Yep, Chelsea are interested, Arsenal are interested. I think a few clubs abroad are interested. We knew that was coming. I think personally, hopefully, I don't know what's been agreed between like Parish and Zaha, but hopefully he can see. Me personally, I'd like him to stay till the end of the season, and they can sort out the transfer in the summer. Because I feel if he leaves now, I just feel we will then be sucked into that relegation battle, and it's going to be very hard for us going forward. But at the end of the day, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know what Zaha has agreed with the owners, what he spoke to Hodgson about, what he said to the teammates. So I'll be following it closely, but I really hope that Zaha does stay and can help push us up as high up the table as we possibly can in what could be or probably will be his last season for us. And obviously with the amount of injuries we have, it's obviously important to get reinforcements in. I feel we need to get some backup defenders, a striker, but it is very hard to get, especially in January. Even if you buy from the foreign leagues, are they just going to come in and start banging in 8 to 10 goals that you need in the season, or do you look down, in the Championship, but are they ready for that step up? We've been linked with that Ollie Watkins of Brentford, but is he going to step up? If we did sign him, is he going to step up and score the goals that we need in the Premier League? Because although I like Ayew, he works very hard. He is scoring a few goals now. He's not an out-and-out striker. So we need help for him. Either play 2 up top with him, or he goes out to the wing like he played on the wing for Swansea. That's what we've got to be looking at, because unfortunately Benteke isn't doing it anymore. Zaha's more of a winger now, but every now and then we can play him as a striker. But that's what I think should happen. We need to buy a striker for that. Unfortunately, now I'm going to talk about our injury crisis. Now, I'm not making excuses. I know I've said that already, but I'm not. But it's probably come at the worst possible time in the amount of games we're having. So we're now down to 10. 10 players out injured. Well, 9 and 1 suspended, which I'll go through in a second. Talk about the red card. So we've got Patrick Van Aanholt, Jeffrey Slip. So there's both of our left backs out. So that's very annoying. Dan and Sacco, so 2 good centre backs probably would be in our team. Joel Ward, so our only right back, which I think that's definitely an area we should be looking to improve in January. Benteke, even though he's not been in form, he's still a good striker to have. Unfortunately now, with Wickham, Wickham's back in there, but he's got to get up to speed. It's going to take time, so you really need Benteke firing. But unfortunately, he's out injured. Andros Townsend, very good player, can score a goal out of nothing. Good, provider, works hard, but unfortunately, he's out as well. Max Meyer got injured on Sunday, so I don't know how long he's going to be out for. We'll see in the pre-match conferences from Hodgson how long he's out for. And Riedewald is out as well. Fortunately, since he's come in the team, he's been in and out of it. Like, he's come in and he's been subbed off with said it was a hip injury, then then he was back playing a couple of games in a row, and apparently aggravated a hip injury again, and he's back in the squad, and then he pulls a hamstring, and it's like, oh, for God's sake, so we'll see how long he's out for. Gary positive was Gary Cahill, played 90 minutes, so at least we have a centre back pairing for Arsenal this weekend, but not ideal yet again. So last sort of little bit I want to talk about Luka Milivojevic. Really, I didn't think he should be playing anyway because he's really our first choice, but his performances haven't been up to standard, I think, this season. And although it was absolutely stupid what he did, and I'm not going to defend him for it because there's nothing to defend because he just completely lost his head. I think maybe this 3-game suspension that he's going to be out for, the 3 games going to be out, give him time to think, work hard in training, get that form up and get back to the Milivojevic we know. He's had a sort of indifferent season. He's not really been, as I said, he's not really been the Milivojevic we know and love as Palace fans. He's not really been that, tough tackling midfielder that, we thought was going to be the Jelinek replacement, as he was when he first came in. It might, even though it was frustrating at the time, obviously he got sent off. It might be a blessing in disguise in terms of hopefully getting his form back. But we'll see. Important games he's going to miss. But 2 of the games are against sort of the bigger teams, the so-called top 6 in Arsenal and Man City. But then obviously he missed the important game on a Tuesday night in a few weeks' time against Southampton, which is an important game. But hopefully by then with a few players back, and hopefully it won't be, we won't miss him as much. I want to as well look ahead to the game against Arsenal. Obviously it's going to be tough with all our injuries, but before sort of obviously Unai Emery was sacked, I was sort of positive for the game. I thought if we could get at them, their confidence would be low, and we could get at them, win and take the 3 points pretty easily, because when you go sort of at Arsenal, especially their away form hasn't been great at all this season. I really thought if we went at them, tough tackling, going hard, wind them up, I thought, we could definitely get a result. But I think, one, with all our injuries, we're going to have sort of a threadbare squad, and sort of secondly, with sort of the way they've sort of played, not really against Bournemouth. I mean, you saw sort of patches of, them playing well against Bournemouth, but obviously them against Man United. They look very good. I did watch that game. You know, forward, definitely, they look very good, and they looked a bit more assured at the back. With David Luiz, had a good game, which can rarely be said for him. But, you know, it's going to be tough. But let's see. You know, hopefully we can get something out of the game. But as I said in previous videos, we've got a little cushion over relegation zone. So, you know, we don't have to, you know, go gung-ho and, you know, attack, trying to get the points. We can sort of maybe try and stifle their attack, then maybe do them on a counter-attack. Obviously, it depends if Zaha's playing. He's a doubt. Obviously, he was rested on Sunday against Derby because he was only literally just past fit against Norwich. So hopefully he's sort of recovering, sort of doing light training sessions, and hopefully he can play against Arsenal. But we'll see. And yeah, finally, I just wanted to cap off the video with saying sort of the views on the cup. A lot of people, not just Palace fans, have been sort of downgrading the FA Cup. Obviously, you look back at the history of the FA Cup, it is obviously a historical English competition, and it has been, you know, over the years has been well respected, and we've sort of seen not unknown winners, but sort of a lot of shocks. You know, you had Portsmouth winning it back in the day. Most recently, Wigan, you know, that was a big shock, and you know, last few years have been Arsenal, stuff like that. So, you know, and you do see sort of the big teams, some of the big teams, you know, respect it by playing their full strength team. Some like to give their youth a run out, some play a mix and match. But obviously it's been shown by sort of the attendances that maybe the FA Cup isn't as respected or as cared about anymore as it has in the past, which is a shame to see. You know, because obviously with Palace we sort of got sort of history in the cup, sort of getting to the final in 1990 against Man United, and Man United again in the final a few years back. We've sort of had half decent cup runs, you know, and it's sort of, I was hoping this season we could go for a cup run, because as I mentioned earlier in the video, you know, being sort of comfortable-ish in the league, I thought we could go for the cup a little bit more. You know, it is a great day out, and you know, potentially winning a cup, you know, as a Palace fan, you can, you know, some obviously older Palace fans would have seen us winning cups, but you know, as sort of a younger Palace fan, being only 22 myself, I've only seen us win a playoff final, twice, you know, but I've only seen us win. I went once, which was the most recent one against Watford. And obviously, I've seen us unfortunately lose a FA Cup final to a Jesse Lingard goal. Really, last time they ever bloody scored a goal. But anyway, so yeah, it has been obviously a lot of people saying about the cup, saying yeah, it's not as good. And you know, I have to, you know, agree. You know, I'm sort of split 50-50. You know, it is a, you know, you want to win the cup, and at the end of the day, a club like Palace, maybe clubs like Newcastle, things like that, for them, like you should go for a cup. Why not? But sort of saw even before the match, like on our social media pages, fans are saying, "Oh, just play our under-23s, we get knocked out, and then we can focus on the league." But you know, there's me thinking, you know, we're comfortable in the league. 9 points or 8 points clear of 18th place. So why not go for it? Obviously, with the injuries, yes, I know we couldn't put out the strongest squad possible, but there was enough there. There was enough there, and I really thought we could have gone for it. You know, who knew who we could get in the next round? You know, we might have got, you know, another Championship side or another sort of lowish Premier League side. You know, then we could have gone for it. But at the end of the day, a 1-0 defeat, so out of the cup, and now we focus on the league. So we've got Arsenal next, Manchester City away, and then we've got Southampton to finish off the month of January. So yeah, next video will be Arsenal at home, so I'll be doing a video on that. Thank you for watching, guys. If you're a Palace fan, what's your view on the cup? performance and sort of the attitude towards it, sort of from Palace fans. What did you think about Milivojevic's red card, and sort of the use of VAR for that red card? Derby fans, what did you think of your performance? What do you think of sort of Wayne Rooney? Do you think he's the one that can sort out sort of your league position? Do you think you can get now possibly even do a late surge to the playoffs? Now you've got Rooney. How far do you think you can go in the cup competition? And yeah, so that's the end of the video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video, which will be Arsenal away this Saturday. Thank you and goodbye.